we Indians are driven by the society, driven by the aspirations of our parents. And as kids, we grow up to be part of these aspirations. Like if your dad wanted to learn guitar, but couldn't find time for it, or every time quotes the movie Lethal Weapon saying that, I am too old for this, you should know that you are the scapegoat. Next day, you'll find yourself in a guitar class, playing cricket, basketball, collecting matchboxes, stamps. All of these became a part of our lives. But when does situations change? When does the curve turn sour? It is when we grow up. We work full time, we get married, perhaps have 1, 2 or even a dozen children. The opportunities or reminders of pursuing a hobby are virtually gone. But pursuing hobbies or pursuing your interest, pursuing your passion is very important in your life. It is very easy to work all day and go home to the beseeching arms of your velvet couch and plant yourself in front of the TV. But what if we put a little effort to make time for your hobbies and passion? You'll find that your life has become much rewarding and comforting. Now, how do you feel when this is the appraisal season? So how do you feel if your client has escalated to you and you know this is the last quarter of your financial term, so the escalation will badly affect your rating? Or in general, you find your job very boring and you simply dislike it. Is this the scenario you can relate to? How many of you can relate? Do you feel any of these instances? I'm asking you guys. So what actually I do every weekend, I walk in through these hallowed gates of Toastmasters. The gates that open every Wednesday. How do you feel? I for one feel very relaxed. I find myself laughing my heart out. I find my stress going down the drain where it actually belongs. And finally, I feel that I'm self-motivated. I find myself pulling myself back up, down from the dumps, aiming at the horizon once again. Now we all see movies, right? In movies, how easy it is to approach a stranger. You find someone good looking, you just walk up to them and say, hey, how are you? And stuff like that. It's very easy. But does that happen to us in real life? No, right? And the reason is not that we aren't good looking or that gorgeous looking stranger is completely uninterested in you. Or you are actually afraid of that stranger. No, that is not the reason. The reason is that we don't have anything to talk about. And this is where hobbies come into picture. Hobbies make you interesting. They help you connect with various people. The hobby can be very nerdy, but you can always use any hobby you have as a conversation starter. Now let me give you an example. Now we as Indians opt to be engineers, and then later we find our interest in our lives. So let us suppose that your hobby is astronomy. You Google a lot of things about constellations, you're really enthusiastic about learning about constellations. You can spend a whole night on the terrace looking at a gazing sky, wonderful night sky with radiant stars all over. You're definitely nerdy, geeky, and probably have spectacles like Harry Potter. But how will you use this as your selling point to talk to someone? Now suppose, imagine the scenario, it's 9 o'clock in the night, you see a beautiful girl, a beautiful stranger. You are literally shivering when that thought came into your mind that I am going to talk to her. So, but somehow you muster the courage, you hold yourself and you walk up to her and say, hey. And maybe it is your lucky day, she also responds saying, hey. And again, the feeling comes that as if you are on the epicenter of an earthquake, the earth starts shattering and you don't know what to do. But you promise yourself that today I will do something. So you say, the sky looks really beautiful. And it's not something new, you're not manipulating her, you're not lying, you're just stating a fact that even a third grader would know. So in all probability, she will have to say yes. But as soon as she says yes, that is your clue. You bring out your ammo, you tell about constellations, you say that constellation looks like a heart. Long centuries ago, Cupid was the one who discovered this constellation. All the stories about love, how love brings happiness. The stories of love all over. But, disclaimer, if she says no, back out, find someone else. Now for me, the hobby from when I was a kid till today when I'm a grown up has always been cooking. Long back, when I was around 7 to 8 years old, my dad, who is also a very good cook, was making freshly fried bhajis for me and my sister. Me and my sister were watching TV, sitting in front of the TV watching Jerry pulled Tom's tail, and my dad was bringing freshly fried servings of bhajis. Now next, the landline rang, and we were engrossed in our own world, so we didn't hear a word, didn't hear the ring. My dad probably even shouted at us to pick the phone up, but no one listened. My dad had to finally go and pick up the phone. We realized that something was wrong when the plate in front of us was empty. And I told my sister, Didi, I volunteered to go into the kitchen and get the bhajis. And I walked in. I saw a kadai full of bhajis frying in it. But my dad was nowhere around. And I reached the quintessential moment in my life where you meet the two imaginary friends you have. On the left, you have a dashing personality in a white pinstrip suit, aka my angel. On the right, you have the devil with the devilish horns, pointy horns on the right side. And then it started. The angel said, "No, Gaurav, you look for your dad. You are a kid. You can't fry the bhajis. You are a kid. Why are you even thinking about it?" And I was like, "Stop it. Devil, your rebuttal." Devil, "No, Gaurav, you should try and fry the bhajis. You are meant for it. You love food. You are destined to be a cook. Go try it." And as an 8-year-old, my thinking was very limited. Anything on the right is right because both of them spell right. So I went with the devil. I thought no more, stood on a stool, sat on the platform next to the stove and started frying bhajis. Moments later, my dad walked in. Next, what happened is very, very blurry. But this is the moment where I found my passion for cooking. That 8-year-old kid who wanted to fry bhajis turned out to be an excellent cook. I love cooking, find it very relaxing. Good food makes me feel contented and gives me hope of proving the phrase, "A happy wife is a myth," wrong. Thank you. Back to Toastmasters.